So, Mark Prutz.
You bet.
From the entrance, so Mark Prutz.
Yeah.
There's the entrance. Swing gate.
That'd be great. If you could ask him just to give me a shout before he heads over, just so that I'd be expecting him. I'll expect him now, but and, it's fine either way. He doesn't have to call because I'm here. I guess that's only what, about an hour away.
And we got an upper line. These old guys
Oh,
making double
that's
deck
fantastic.
layouts. He's on the phone right now.
Okay.
Oh,
Great.
look.
That's fantastic. Thank you very much. Okay. Bye. Well, great. I've got an air conditioner tech coming over in about half an hour.
Uh-oh. You're not
He's
gonna
gonna
make
be-
your you're not gonna make your appointment, are you? You're
I might be late. But actually, the bigger concern is what time do you have to get back? Whenever. So if we get done here at 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
Oh, well, maybe not that late.
No.
I was hoping about 2 hours, but
Yeah, I think that'll work. He's gonna try and figure out why my evaporating coil is freezing up before we get into really heating season. This is Casper Yard.
you're running your air conditioner too cold.
It should automatically.
I
on
know.
and off to do
That's what
that.
the boss tells me on my truck. Oh,
yeah?
and blow out the filters.
Yeah. That was one of the first questions I had. How are your filters? I just changed them. This represents both the Burlington and the Northwestern yard here in Casper. There was actually 2 big yards.
So,
This represents both.
Mark Pruitt. Uh-oh, I see something definitely. Yeah, I need to watch your channel more. I don't even know if I even have watched one. And I'm sorry.
No, that's fine.
Being a trucker, you're not supposed to watch videos when you're driving.
Well, yeah, that would be, well, if you get one of those Tesla trucks, you can.
Never.
They have something.
Never. I'll quit before I drive a Tesla truck.
Not an electric car guy, huh?
No,
No, that's fine.
because I drag race. Well, I used to.
Yeah. Well, you could with those things.
I know, because Don Garlitz, the king of drag racing, is building an electric dragster. So,
Oh, man. Nobody's going to be able to catch up with him. This is Wind River Canyon,
yeah,
such as it is.
I know what this was.
Oh, okay.
I just recorded. The thing was, I'm usually going south, so coming north is a different perspective. So I definitely recorded some videos.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I like. Well, I got 2 dash cams, and one cam I can pull the videos off onto my phone through Wi-Fi,
Yeah.
and the other one I think it has that option, but I lost the paperwork for it, so I don't know how to hook up to it.
Oh, no. Well, you could probably pull up the.
Well, I
Reno
can pull.
online, but-
Well, I don't know. I don't even know. It doesn't have no name on the camera for a
Really?
brand name. No,
That doesn't help.
no. But I have. It has an SD card. I just need to carry my computer with me, and I don't do
it
that.
out.
Yeah, pull it out and download the videos. Yeah. Wow.
So this is usually not quite so messy. Obviously, it's in work.
Well, yeah.
But
Gonna
it's
put.
not quite so messy, but we moved everything out to. This is going to be Cody down underneath, and
You're gonna lay down and operate it.
actually I've got a rolling stool. It's just about the right height.
Wow.
Cody will actually be about here. It's just low there because on the other side there's going to be the Alkali Creek where the Burlington crosses the Alkali Creek. That's a railroad bridge, highway bridge, creek.
Oh, nice.
I remember that from when I was a little kid. I love that spot, so I'm going to model that. It'll probably wind up. I'm afraid when this is all done, it's going to wind up looking like one of those styrofoam Lionel tunnels with the spray.
Oh
paint on
no,
it,
you
but-
can do better than that. I mean,
Well,
you
I
can.
hope so, but I work on this about every 8 months or so. I'll slap on a bunch of castings, and it's about time to do that again. But there's so much to do, you know.
Oh yeah.
Thought I'd just. This is almost finished except for all of the sagebrush. Still
Right.
needs to be added on. He fell over.
He's sleeping.
There were 4. What happened to the other one?
There's one in there.
Oh yeah, okay, that's where it is.
So I'm gonna put him in the corral. What is that? Is that not a doodle bug, but a
No, that's a drover's caboose.
drover's caboose? Huh.
Yeah, when they ship livestock, some cowboys would go with
Ah.
them, and the train crews kind of rebelled against the railroads because the cowboys smelled like cows.
Well, yeah.
And they didn't like that, so they came up with a drover's caboose where the cowboys sit up in the passenger part and the conductor and the brakeman stay in the back where they can. And there's a door in between
yeah.
so they can't smell them, I guess.
You know, I didn't realize there was a Powder River until I was coming back this way, and I don't know how many times I've gone. No, like I said, I'm usually coming back this way. Apparently, I don't look at the river or the highway signs much.
Wow. Well, yeah, that's the big city between Casper
Oh,
and Shoshone.
yeah. Slow down to 45 and for half a mile,
Yeah.
and then
That's it.
speed back up.
Yeah.
You got a lot of casting. You gonna put rocks on all of this all the way?
Most of it, yeah. There's some that's kind of a dirt slope in between,
Right.
And there's sedimentary rocks up above, and then there's metamorphic rocks down below.
Well, you need to watch my last video I just posted.
Yeah,
It's coming south, or
through the canyon.
no, going north through the canyon.
Okay.
Yeah, but I'll have two more, one going north and one coming south.
Right.
Too bad, you know where that big giant three-story house boulder is sitting in the river?
Yeah.
You ought to
Yep.
model that.
Actually, that
Is that what-
bump out right there is there's going to be just the tunnels
Right.
on US 20.
Okay.
The tunnels
three-
in
the three
here,
rock
and
tunnels?
This backdrop here, or the facial comes
Facial.
up to about here, and there'll be the tunnels right in through here and the river in between.
That'd be
I think
cool.
that'll look really cool
Yeah,
if I ever
yeah,
get to that point.
yeah.
But
I'd work on that. Just this area, just right here, for the next 4 years, right?
well, there's so much to do, you know. And one thing I found out, I always thought that scenery would be just the thing I always wanted to do, and I never got around to it.
Right.
And then when I finally did on this, it's scenery is kind of out of my comfort zone. That staging.
Just clear down to the other end.
Yeah, it's almost.
And
40 feet down.
is it stub in it or does it loop back?
Nope. It's basically it's a giant loop.
Okay.
This end of it is east staging. That end of it is west staging, and they all come out on the other side at Grable.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, that's fine. Grable represents Franny in the north end, the town of Grable, and Orange Junction on the south end. That's the CNW.
That's something I forgot. What's the layout name?
Oh, this
Yeah.
CB&Q in Wyoming.
Okay. That's something I forgot to do with Todd, and I posted the video and said, I don't even know the name of his layout.
Oh,
Or his
the name of
model.
His layout is Todd's Folly. No.
You know, he's going to see this.
Oh, good. Yeah, no, he's a great guy. He's become a very good friend. We actually met through my YouTube channel. He posted some sarcastic comments or something.
Of course.
And we got to visiting, and then
That's what good friends do.
yeah,
Because I'm good friends with Jack, and we always complain because I started while I was off of work for 3 months. So he pestered me about building a layout.
yeah,
And so I decided to build a shelf layout. I got the foam down, and then I live in the basement, so it's always constant like 55 degrees, so it's kind of cold some days.
yeah.
So I put styrofoam up on the walls, concrete walls,
yeah.
and that's as far as I've gotten.
Oh man,
I have track laid on in the boxes still on the bench work
yeah.
or on the foam because I'm a foam guy, and then I got buildings lining up where I'm going to put industries, but that's it.
Okay, well, it's a start.
It's a start.
So this is a very rare case of selective expansion.
Mm-hmm.
There's I got every tunnel on the line here. Tunnel 5 is down at the end. That's black tunnel because of the color of the rocks on the face that
Gotcha.
they started putting
Right.
rocks on. And then these two are just numbered. This is pink tunnel, which is tunnel number 2. And,
Oh, so those aren't numbered?
yeah, 3 and 4.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Yeah, 4, 3, 2. The actual tunnel number 2 The train crews call it pink tunnel because the rocks are pink.
Oh.
It's actually about 1.5 cars long
Mm-hmm.
on the real thing. This is all the way around. It just hides the whole turn-back curve into Thermopolis. So this is selective expansion.
Whereas most of the time we have to decompress.
Compress it, yeah. Which the rest of the layout is compressed itself. But you can see here the C&W track runs all the way from Showbond down at the very end, just past Powder River. It comes up and it's hidden all the way around, loops all the way back until it pops back out up there near Riverton. We're taking a picture.
Wow.
I'm going to put a camera or something here. And on the on the end, I'll put a little screen so that you can actually see the trainers. Once this is done, there will be like a theatrical curtain that hangs down to about here, all the way along the backdrop, so that you don't see all that.
Oh yeah,
crap.
yeah.
That's also, 3 or 4 decades out probably.
How long did it take you to build the foam
Uh,
all the way down? And
on and off a year and a half or so, but in terms of total time, probably 50 or 60 hours.
I did my previous layout in a house. I had a room about 10 by 10 or something, and I was able to do a G style layout. So it was here. I'll do this because I don't have any pictures of it. Came here out of the doorway, came around. Oh, actually, it stopped over here, dead end. That was the port, the intermodal port.
Yeah.
And it came around this way and stopped here, but then it had a peninsula in the center coming this way for the grain port.
Okay.
And the aisleway was going to be for the 2 ships I was going to build. Problem is, both of them, and I made the container port. It already had. I put a hinge so I could lift it up and put the ship on it. But if you had them even just one up, you couldn't slide through. So either you're crawling underneath, which I made room to do that, or you're taking the ship off and lowering the dock, and then getting out.
Okay.
And then I wrecked the truck because that's when I was driving for a different company. I jackknifed it.
Ouch.
And the boss gave me an option of either driving another truck or being off till it's fixed. I said, well, I'll take the time off.
Yeah.
So my eyes got bigger than my room. I expanded into the living room.
That never happens.
No. Expanded into the living room. So then the living room ended up being, there was a loop around the whole living room, but the track coming out of the bedroom actually went into a center peninsula.
Okay.
On I'd say probably a 5-foot piece of board that I just attached at this side and attached to here. There was a little bouncy play in it, but not much.
Yeah.
And I was able to pull trains up out of the port area, more or less, and into what was going to be the staging. Well, not sure if it's going to be staging or what, but at the... So that's the living room. Living room was 11 by 11 or 11 by 12 or something. I had it from the center peninsula going this way over the top of the old heater furnace, and then over the top of the TV, and then back over across the center peninsula back into the middle center peninsula.
You weren't married, were you?
No. And then the other side, you could go and come around this way to a bench work that was over the top of the couch. And then there was a second story that I put in, a 12-inch riser I was going to go up to because that's where the elevator was sitting. And I was going to do a cement plant in the corner and then staging underneath the riser because it was 12 inches wide.
So how much did you actually get done?
I had track laid except for the riser, and I actually built a bridge.
That's not good.
Yeah. So that's what happened just there.
Mine turns that off automatically.
I
That's weird.
got to look into it. But so anyway, what you guys didn't hear is that, so yeah, the three bench works in the middle, and then I extended it into the kitchen, measured wrong, and was unable to open the freezer door all the way because that's how high the layout was.
Oh man.
And I got pictures of that because I got pictures of the kitchen portion, and basically I had I had the kitchen, living room, bedroom, bathroom, bedroom. So it was a Jack and Jill style bathroom.
Yeah, yeah.
Which I blocked off the door in the first bedroom. I only had access it from my bedroom,
Yeah.
and then the utility room, which was an add-on to the house. So I only had 2 rooms that didn't have any trains in it. Out of the 1, 2, 3, well, what, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 total rooms of the house. Only 2 rooms without trains in them.
Oh man, that's nice.
And I had to tear it out because I moved.
Oh.
But I think I ended up with more space, but like I said, there's junk all over the basement. I got a 30-foot long basement, but it's only 9 feet wide and 10 feet area, and then the other 2 areas open up to about 11 by 11 or 12 by 12. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
That sounds good. You have
sorry, folks, another stupid spam caller called me, and I thought the do not disturb was supposed to block calls, but apparently not. At least this video will not be like I had at Dave's, which was what's back there. Do we are
the
we
other
allowed?
Thermopolis, Holly Sugar, Howell.
Let me get back
This
there.
is most of Thermopolis.
Okay.
All the switches you can reach, except for the one at the far end of the siding, you can reach from right over here. But
So
yeah,
I'm
I don't
assuming
know. Home
a
builders just don't take model railroaders into
Yeah.
consideration.
supporting wall for the beam for upstairs. No.
So the this is the far end of Thermopolis.
Should make those remote, or not remote, but on piano wire, and you could have push pull over there.
No, this is part of the cardio workout of running the line.
Oh, okay.
Back and forth.
He's running
What's
back
really
and forth.
fun is when somebody's running Powell. We just got Powell going in the last operating session.
So there's someone standing there, and someone needs to get back here.
Yeah, and every time somebody needs to get here, of course, he's right there at the narrow spot. I cut that wall back by one bay.
One bay,
And
yeah.
I would have gone to the next one, but there's a sewer spot for a toilet connection just outside of there, and you'd be tripping over that. So I thought it'd be better to leave it. But I'd like to. To get rid of this and maybe hang an instant on right over there. That would certainly
Most
help
definitely.
with the space. But in the meantime, it's not bad. I've got this here to keep people from tearing their elbows up on that damn relief valve.
Oh.
So this is Holly Sugar. It's just kind of laid out there.
Is that what's in?
That's in Worland.
Oh, okay. I thought that was a sugar plant.
Yeah.
Sugar mill.
is. Dave and I took a tour of that in February.
Oh,
Guy gave us a
cool.
tour of the whole plant. One of these days, I'm going to try and get a video up about it. And then this down on the lower level represents Powell.
Powell.
And this is the rest of Worland.
Powell. Where's Powell at?
Powell is on the Cody branch
Oh, okay.
between Cody and Franny. This is the rest of Worland. This is, you can't really see too much of it because I've got all of this stuff sitting here
Wow.
right now. But this is Crown, Cork, and Seal is right back in here. And these are 18-inch radius curves.
Ooh.
And
Sort of. Well, you only run steam anyway, so.
yeah, but the Mikados don't go back here.
Oh,
Whoever switches Crown, Cork, and Seal has to use the rest of the train as a handle. And that actually is accurate to what's there. For some reason, the curves to Crown, Cork, and Seal in Worland are really tight on the prototype. So.
right. Well,
And then we've got Basin here.
Hmm.
And
You
that's,
gonna put Dave Todd's house out towards the backdrop?
yeah, that's going to be kind of in the redneck part of town. You hear that, Dave?
He said it. I didn't.
This is Douglas.
Okay.
So staging comes up, but those 2 switches over there towards the back of the backdrop. East staging is the one on the left. West staging is the one on the right. So basically there's 2 big loops. There's the Burlington main line is a continuous, and staging makes a second continuous loop.
Cool.
Just sort of turned out that way. But it's nice for, just running when I want to just run trains.
All right.
Should not be run when outdoor temperatures are below 65. So at night when we're dropping to 34 degrees.
Well, I open windows in that case, but
Yeah.
when it's when the house is 75 when I go to bed, I like it nice and cool.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Absolutely. Well, we'll get to looking here, and we'll let you
Okay.
know what we find, and
Okay.
we'll go from there.
This is a really cool layout. Yes, Dave Todd's has got a cool layout too. Everybody's got a cool layout. When you don't have a layout running or up and working on, everybody's layouts are cool, but this is huge. This is huge. I haven't got the dimensions of it, but I know what I'm going to be doing every time I'm stopping and spending the night in Casper. Anybody driving through, take a vacation. Come to Casper. Talk to Mark Pritt and Dave Todd. Dave Todd's up in Basin, which is north, which is about an hour away. But yes. See, that's why I like going to home layouts and club layouts and shows and stuff. Get my ass motivated. This is, I mean, yeah, it's steam era, 50s, early 50s. I'm okay with that. But this is massive. I mean, double deck, almost triple deck, because Cody back here is going to be on the lower level. That's what that there. That's Cody. So that level, you have that level, and then there's that level up there. So, yeah. He's got a lot of people. He needs help doing scenery. This is wow. And I like the flooring. I'm gonna do that. I'd like to do that to my here. I like to do that to my basement. Is put this down, put this down. This is nice, really nice, and I like the red walls too. I'd probably do a little brighter, but this foam mountain, that mountain, this is huge. I would love to come run trains. He's got a air conditioner guy here checking out the air conditioner. But this is huge. Oh, his workstation back here. That's the yeah, Great Western. But opened. See, I'm actually going to put sound barrier in my ceiling, and then put a ceiling or cover on. But this is very cool down here. But I gotta go.